So let me show you all what we're gonna do. If you guys could do me a favor, if you could also spread the love for me, I appreciate it. So this is the sign that we're gonna use. They're pretty with the green and the purple and the turquoise. So, and we're also gonna add some butterflies. Let me put this over here. So I got some butterflies. I got these that I got at Craft Outlet a while ago. So it's got some blue, some turquoise, and some purple in here. I've got a couple of these too, and I might put these in the bow. So I think I'm going to do 2 bows, because I think I'm going to put the sign on the side, but we'll see. I'm going to use a turquoise wreath form. This is a 15-inch wreath form, and I'm going to be using a basic a metallic purple 21-inch mesh for the poofs, which I'll show you. Like, I actually got that at Hobby Lobby, and I don't get Hobby Lobby's mesh very often. Thank you, Connie. But I didn't want to wait 4 or 5 days for Craft Outlet, so I just went and bought it. I mean, it's okay to use if you're using it as a base. So this is 2 mesh I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this aqua and that purple with the turquoise threads. So we'll be using that. And we got some, I've got 3 different colors of tubing. So I've got the lime green, the purple, and the turquoise. We're going to use some of that. Because I did not use tubing in my previous 2 wreaths. So I'm kind of out of sorts. I'm like having withdrawals. So I got some purple and blue hydrangeas. I had some purple, I don't know what these are. I got these from Hobby Lobby, but these are left over from my Halloween wreath that I did. And these are really pretty. These are purple and blue together. I'll probably use some of those. Over here. Okay, so let me show you the ribbons, because these are pretty. Okay, so I'm going to be using 4 2.5 ribbon and 4, well actually 5 1.5. So these are the 2.5 I'm going to use. But for the wreath itself, I'm going to be using these 2. You guys, this is my favorite ribbon ever. It's purple with turquoise in it. I don't know if you can see that. It's so pretty. I keep like 3 rolls of this on hand at all times because I'm so afraid they're going to run out of it. And I got that on Etsy. Let me do this. I'm going to put these over here. Okay, so that's the 2.5. Then I'm going to be using these 1.5. It's these 2 that I'm going to be using in the wreath itself. The other ones I'm going to be putting in the bow. So exciting. Purple and turquoise are my absolute favorite colors together. I get my nails done in those colors all the time. All the time. My poor nail tagger is probably like, can you please pick a different color? Please. Alright, bear with me. I'm going to plug in my phone so it doesn't die on me. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Anybody else is joining? Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Tammy. I know, Tammy, those are your favorite colors together, too. So, this is our wreath, baby girl. Okay, so let me clear off my thing here. We'll get started. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to get my tools ready. So, we're going to need scissors. We are going to need needle nose pliers. Going to need my wire cutters. And I don't need my beadsmith today. And we're going to need 3 of the zip ties. These are about 5 inches long. You can use whatever zip ties you have. These are just the ones I like to use. Let's see what else I might need. Oh, one trick. I'm going to show you how to use what I use this for, but keep your rolls from your 10-inch mesh. This is a smaller roll. The smaller rolls work better. Some of the rolls, let me drop it stuff all over the floor, are bigger. And it doesn't work as well if you got the bigger rolls, but this one, it's a 1 inch wide. So if you have the 1 inch wide rolls from your mesh, keep at least one of these, because on one of the bows, I'm going to make some long tails. I'm going to show you how to curl the tails with this. It's a really neat trick. So I always keep one on hand. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to do the base in 12-inch poofs with a basic purple. So this purple I got from, it's 21-inch mesh, it's a metallic purple. I did get it from Hobby Lobby, like I said earlier. Hey Maria, how are you? Thank you for coming on. If you guys can do me a favor and spread the love for me. I did get this from Hobby Lobby just because I didn't want to wait from Craft Outlet, and I really didn't feel like going on Craft Outlet anyway, and it's probably going to be out of stock. So I just went to Hobby Lobby and got it, and it was 50% off, so I couldn't beat it. So on the 21-inch mesh, to start it, you just pull in your mesh just like you would a ruffle. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Before I do that, let me pan down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Let me try that one more time. The only thing with this basic mesh that I don't like, you guys, is that it frays quite a bit. So you gotta kind of manhandle it as little as possible. I'm just gonna put this in front of this tie right here. Let me know if that's a good angle for you guys, or if you want me to zoom in more or out, or I'm still getting used to this Mevo thing. I'm gonna take one of my zip ties. I'm putting it in front of this tie. I'm not going to put a poof in this tie until the very end, but I will be going to the next tie to put my poof in. We're going to end with this tie so you can't see where we started and where we left off. Okay. Hey Gary, how are you? Thank you for blessing my page. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Okay, I'm just going to pull that because you don't knock yourself in the face. I've done that I don't know how many times. And I'm just going to kind of cut this off a little bit. You don't have to. You can keep it that way if you want. It's just something I do. Okay, so then you want to pull your sides in, just like this. Make sure your sides are in, because if you don't, they'll flip up on you and your poof won't look right. So you want to pull this in. Hey Christy, how are you? Thank you for sharing. Yes, I am going to say share. So the way I do it is I'm going to do the 1, 2, 3 method. You can do this however you want. You can measure it. You can take one of your ribbon rulers and do it. So I do 1, 2, 3. And it ends up being, let's see. Yep, it ends up being a 12-inch poof. Hey Mom, how are you? It's hot here, Mom. It's Africa hot. It's hot. My mom laughs at me when I say it like that. It's hot. Pull these forward. There we go. What's the temperature like there, Mom? Just gather it in your fingers. Make sure your sides are folded in. 1, 2, 3. Now you want to. This wrong. Hold on, you guys. Facebook just kicked me out again. Hold on. Get out of Facebook. Back in. And it disconnected my. Really? Okay. Hopefully that didn't kick me out. About 70-ish. Aww. I'm jealous, Mom. Hopefully it didn't kick me out of Alive, and it probably did. Dang it. Freaking Mevo. And it did. Stupid Mevo. Oops. Yeah, I know, Maria. I'm freezing, and for some reason, my Mevo is not working right. I'm trying to get back into my live, so bear with me, guys. Hold on just 1 second. Why can't I have a live where it just works normal? I have to mess with it every single freaking time. No, hold on. I'm gonna have to restart this real quick. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna restart my tablet real quick so I can see your guys' comments. Happens when you live out in the middle of nowhere, right? Hopefully my tablet doesn't take too long. Well, so far, I'm liking these colors. These are my favorite colors together. Woohoo! Love it. Sorry guys, I'm really impatient. Hang in there with me, don't leave yet, guys. Technical difficulties. Go figure, right? Only on a live. Alright, hold on. Come on. Come on. Okay, well, that's figuring it out. I'm gonna just keep going. Okay. Hopefully. Alright. So I'm just gonna keep going. Pull the sides in. Okay, cool. So I need to reset my monitor once a week to avoid problems. Oh, there we go. Back in the live. I can see you guys now. Hey, Julie. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're back in business. Sorry, guys. Hey, Amber. Oh, thank you, Maria. Appreciate that. Okay. Again, for those of you just joining, I'm making a Bless This Home wreath. Let me show you my sign. Not knock everything off the table. This is my sign. There we go. It's going to be really pretty. So I'm doing it in purple and turquoise and a little bit of green. I almost did that the other day, Christy. I almost did that. I was like, oh, I gotta plug my phone in because it was already at like 50%. Thank you, Maria. You guys, if it's freezing, I'm sorry. I can't. My Mevo, I don't know. And it could be my internet connection. I live out in the middle of nowhere. So our connection is not the best. Thank you, Amber. I know it's my favorite color ever. Favorites. 1, 2, 3. You guys, I have to show you this peacock thing I got. I'm going to end up making a wreath out of it. I may do it next year. It just depends because summer's already started. So this is pretty much my last summer, spring, floral, wreath, whatever. But I have to show you this. It's just so cool. I got it at Walmart in the garden center. Is that not pretty? This is just one of those things you put in the garden that's got the stick on it and it twirls. Like, see, this moves, but I'm going to end up gluing it to where it doesn't move. But aren't those colors gorgeous? Love it! Like I said, I probably won't do it till next year. So when you guys are looking for stuff to make for your wreaths, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes open for different stuff, no matter where you are, because you never know what you may find. No, each spinner, exactly. Oh, Gary, you should do a live. You shouldn't let the internet scare you. Because if it's not the internet, it's going to be something else. You know, it's just the way, it's just a live. Nothing to be scared of. Although it's easier said than done, because I felt that same way before I did a live. Scared to death, but now it's not a big deal. I get to talk to you guys. The spinner, Julie? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, the spinner I got at Walmart in the garden center. I just didn't attach the stick to it because it's supposed to go in your garden. The wind's supposed to move it, but I just wanted the peacock. And I think they had a ladybug on there. I think that would have been really cute. Thank you, Maria. And just so you know, there's 2 things coming up. One's almost over. So the giveaway that I'm doing on my business page is going to end on July 1st at midnight. So if you want to get in on that, it's, what is today? The 28th, the 29th? I think the first is Monday, I think, right? So whatever the first is, 1, 2, 3. And then the 2nd, July 2nd, the winner will be notified. So giveaway is just to say thank you for all of your guys' support, getting me to 1,000 followers, because you guys don't know how much I really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. I'm gonna make myself cry. And the giveaway, it's 5 different projects, and the winner gets to pick the project, the color, and the ribbon, and I will do the project live. So I think there is a Teardrop swag, Evergreen swag on there. There's a regular wreath form like this. There's a window pane that I can do a project on. There's 5 different ones. You'll have to go to my business page to check that out so you can enter. And I'm going to ask the winner if they want to be on the live with me or if they would rather not. I know some people just would rather not have their face shown. So, see, this is what happens when, even if you try to pull it under, it flips up like this. So if it flips up like this, just turn it back over, pull it in like you normally do, tuck it under, okay, and then it's folded under again. So no big deal if it flips up. Hey Nancy! Hey Sue Ann, how are you? Aw, thank you, Harless. I appreciate it. You're just gonna make me cry. The other thing I have going on, which I'm really excited about, is that in September I am going to be opening up my own design group. So that group will be a paid membership group. It'll be $15 a month, so it's really affordable. I don't want to make it too affordable because then nobody will want to join. And I know there's some people, you know, like myself, you don't have a whole lot of funds going on, but want to be able to, you know, get the training or design help or whatever they need. So I'm at the bottom. Just put the last one in. I'm going to be transitioning to the top. So I'm going to be just putting it in front of this tie, and then we're going to go through it like we did on the bottom and put the poof in here. Okay, so just put it in front. Thank you, you guys. So I'm hoping to open it up September 1st. I just got my logo completed, so that's nice. She did such a beautiful job. It's got a little picture of a shack on it with a glue gun and some ribbon and a scissors. It's so cute. And my group, design group page is going to be called the Craft Shack. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go through this one just like we did down at the bottom. And go put the poof in the next one. Okay. It's going to be fun. We're going to have, and I do more than just wreaths, so there's going to be different things going on. So I don't know if you guys saw the picture of the cloth pumpkins that I bought, and I'm going to make candle holder centerpieces out of those. I was watching this morning on how to make, hey Jacqueline, how are you? On how to make like lollipops and donuts and cake pops and stuff like that for wreath attachments. So all kinds of things. So it's not necessarily going to be always about wreaths. There could be, you know, I will learn how to make top hats, miniature top hats. You guys, is it freezing on you? Because it's frozen on my end. So Connie, in the group, 1, 2, 3. So in the group, I'm going to be doing lives once, maybe twice a week, depending. And I'm going to also be doing some tutorials that are only available to the design group. So you'll have a password that you can get into the tutorial, which that'll be given to you on the design group, so nobody else is going to have access to that anyway. Yes, it's going to be scheduled live, so it'll be the same week, same time during the week. I'm also going to have lives for question and answers. So if you guys have any questions about anything that you come up during the week, I can answer those for you. Let me get out of this and get back in it. What is wrong? I don't know if it's the heat that we're having today that's causing my internet connection to freeze. It's taking me off. Thank you, Anita. Hello, how are you? So I can see your comments, I just can't see what I'm doing. So I don't know if it's Facebook having issues today or what, but 1, 2, 3. But yeah, we're going to be doing a bunch of, there's going to be giveaways in my design group, monthly giveaways. So it'll be fun. I've got a whole list of stuff already figured out that we're going to be doing, so it'll be really, really fun. Okay, almost all the way around. It is hot in here. I'm going to open up my door over here, you guys. It is just blazing hot. Whew. We got the air conditioning on in there, so hopefully some of that will come in here. It is, well, before I came on the live, it could be hotter now, but okay, good. Hey, Kenyetta, how are you? I looked on the temperature gauge. It's 101 outside. It's probably 103 right now, but I am not a big heat girl. No. Once it gets past 80 degrees, I pretty much stay inside in the air conditioning. I don't, until it goes, you know, nighttime, it starts to cool off, but I can't stand the heat. Can't stand it. Older I get, the more I hate it. Absolutely, Maria. I am going to also be sending out updates on, you know, where I am in the process of my design group, so you guys are aware of what's going on. And if you guys want to get on my mailing list, my email mailing list, you can go to my website at MNB, that's M as in Mike, N as in Nancy, B as in Bravo, dash, use the dash, creations.com. And that'll get you to where you can sign up for my email list as well, because I'm going to be sending out notifications through there. So I got some exciting things coming up. My blog is going to be coming up pretty soon, so that'll be fun. Hey Dawn, how are you? Oh, Juanita, you're in La Junta? Yeah, and I can, but you guys get hotter heat out there than we do. I'm in Colorado Springs. So, my husband says, this is funny, and I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I think it's hilarious. But my husband always says it's hotter than a popcorn fart. Is that funny or what? Oh, he's a joker. Okay. Just the, 2 more. Make sure your sides are tucked in. Do 1, 2, 3. Again, if you don't like to do the 1, 2, 3 method, like I said, you can measure it against your mat. You can measure it against your ribbon rulers if you want. Because I know some people, you know, will have a hard time, maybe have arthritis in their hands or what have you, but there's different ways that you can measure. Okay, last one on the top. And then we're going to go to Ruffles. So today we're doing hoofs, ruffles, and rolls. So the rolls will have some aqua, some purple, and some green. The green will kind of accent it a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Aw, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. You're so awesome. And I know you are in the design group with me with Laura Jean, right? She does awesome stuff. I love her stuff. I love Laura Jean. She's awesome. Okay, that was the last one on the top. So let me show you how we transition this. So you don't need to gather it anymore. We're going to actually cut this. And I'm going to zip tie it to the bottom. No worries, Tammy. Ah, I know, isn't that funny, Juanita? Yeah, if I'm with you, Jacqueline, if I could just have spring and fall, it'd be awesome. I'm really kind of worried about my husband right now. He's outside on the tractor in 101-degree weather, and I keep telling him not to do that because he's going to get heat stroke, but, you know, he's not listening to me. So, what else? Okay. So, I make this rather long because I want to make sure that I have enough. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Because if you cut it too short, it's going to be really hard to tie this to the frame. Okay, I'm going to take my pliers and pull it really tight. Now, if you want, you can cut this. Okay. Hey, Miss Brenda, how are you? Thank you for coming, hon. Appreciate it. Okay, so there we are. Not pretty? So pretty. Okay. Let me go. I swear. Hey. It keeps making me want to connect to the Mevo. So, sorry if it's having issues. Okay, so I'm going to move these around. Put these back in here a little bit. Exactly, that that too, Tammy. That's hilarious. Okay. Now we're going to start with the ruffles. Now this is 10-inch mesh that I cut into 30 inches. I'm using aqua, and I'm using this purple that's got turquoise metallic threads in it. And this aqua I got from Craft Outlet. This wreath form that I got from Craft Outlet, this purple mesh right here, I got from Hobby Lobby. I only use Hobby Lobby's mesh if it's like a base like this because it's phrased quite a bit and it's pretty basic. This purple mesh that I got, I don't know if you can see, can you see the turquoise threads in it? So pretty. I got from Paper Mart. Their mesh is not, hey Kathy girl, how are you? Their mesh is not the best at Paper Mart, but they do carry some mesh that nobody else carries. Like, they're the only ones that I've seen that carry this purple and turquoise. But it is a basic mesh. So, just so you know, do this. And I'm going to put this over here. Okay. So, this on my table, put something heavy on it. Thank you, Kenyatta. Appreciate it. So when you're doing ruffles, you want to put your hands down at the bottom. I curl the very end up a little bit. Okay. And then you want to just pull it in. Keep your fingers and hands in the middle. Just make sure you keep your eye on it. It'll be a lot easier to to keep it in the middle. And you guys, I do this every single time. I always forget to open up my tie and to put my first roll of my mesh in. Okay. I open up the ties at the bottom just because the more you start putting in your ties, the less tie you're going to have, because we're also going to be adding ribbon, we're also going to be adding tubing. And on the top, I'm just going to be gluing in some flowers, so we don't really have to worry about that. So you pull it like that, and then on the bottom you do the same thing. You just want to kind of pull over and under. And it kind of looks like a flower when you're done. Just like that. Isn't that really pretty? I love that color. Love it. So I'm going to go around this way so you can see what it looks like as I'm going around. So open up the tie and go for the purple. You know, like I said, you guys, I cut this at 30 inches in this 10-inch mesh. Thank you, Brenda. These are my favorite colors together, you guys. Love it. I did not my very first wreath. No, it was my very first. No, it wasn't. I did a wreath in the same colors, the purple and the turquoise. And I put it on my Etsy store, but I decided to keep it. So, it's still on my Etsy store, but I just need to take it off because I'm keeping that one. So I figured I'm just going to make another one, and that sign is perfect, and add a little green to it. Thank you, Connie. Okay, so just pull it over like this. Go under. Make sure you have your scissors readily available because you're going to have to cut the phrase as you're going along. It's going to be a lot easier to cut your phrase as you're going along than wait till the very end. My OCD starts kicking in when it comes to my phrase, so. Isn't that pretty? Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I love these two colors together. Love it. My fave. I know, Tammy, right? I know this is your one of your favorite colors, just like mine. So just put your mesh over the table so it has something to hang on, and then put something. It doesn't have to be super heavy. Like I'm just putting my pair of scissors at the bottom, just to give it something to where it's not curling up on you. It's going to be a lot easier to pull in the ruffles if you have something at the end. Also, I was going to tell you guys too, I do have a craft group that is free. If anybody wants to come. We're almost at 500 members. So once we get to 500, there's going to be a giveaway. It's called Crafter's Corner. So all you gotta do is just type in, if you're already on my business page and go under groups, it's going to tell you what pages I have. You can just click on it, or you can type in Crafter's Corner and it'll come up too. Because I've been chomping at the bit to do this wreath because I just love these colors. My favorite. Again, just fold under a little bit. Did any of you watch, why? Why are you in tears, Tammy? Cheryl, sometimes my mesh is really stiff. Like this purple with the turquoise metallic threads in it is not real stiff. This aqua is a lot stiffer than the purple. So if you have a mesh that's more stiff like this than this one, this will help it stand up if it doesn't. If the mesh like this purple one I have doesn't stand up very well, the mesh, this one will help it stand up. So if you have a thinner one, you definitely want to use one that's more thicker to help it. Just pull the sides out like that. Go under at the bottom. Just pull the sides. And I hope my husband's doing okay out there. It worries me. He's out there in 100-degree weather. You know, it just. I really don't want to be taking him to the hospital today. Crap. Oh, yay, Tammy! Yay! Yay! You go, girl. Congratulations. That's awesome. So you guys, I need prayers from you guys. And the reason why is because I'm having to, and I've been thinking about this for a month or so, but I have to, unfortunately, and I don't want to, but I have to, is get a full-time job. But the good news is that a mortgage company out in Ohio contacted me the day before yesterday, and it's for a loan processing position, which is what I've been doing for the past 19 years, to work remotely. So I'd be able to work at my house. I wouldn't have to go to an office every day. It pays really, really well, more than they pay here in Colorado. It's got benefits, vacation time, you name it. So it's such like a removal job. They provide all of the equipment. You know, they've got 401k. They actually would pay for me to go out there and train. So even though I'm not wanting to go back to work, but if I have to, this would be the job that I would need. So guys, I need prayers. Prayers, prayers, prayers. I was hoping my business would pick up a little bit more than what it has, so I wouldn't have to go back to work, but it hasn't, so I need to do something. And I would rather be working from home than having to go to an office. You know? Because I actually live about 30 minutes from town. So if I had to go back to work in town, I'm in traffic for 30 minutes every day, to and from. So for an hour every day. So this will be perfect. Sometimes this basic mesh also likes to stick to itself. So you just kind of hand them manual a little bit. Not too much because this does fray. I know, I'm so happy for you, Tammy. Yeah, it's so awesome. Oh, it's 101 down here, hon. Jacqueline, it's 101 down here. And I'm only 30 minutes from you guys. I know, Connie. I'm excited. I'm excited, but I'm not excited. You know? Like I said, if I have to go back to work, then this would be the job I'd want. And, you know, it pays so well that it would help me at least with supplies and bills and that kind of thing. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? Cheryl, I try not to keep a lot of inventory in hand, but my Etsy shop has been really slow, to be honest. So whatever wreaths I've made is what inventory I have. My spare bedroom is actually almost full. This room is full. I might start doing maybe some 10-inch wreaths, just so I have a different price point in my store. Maybe that might help. And it would take I've got a little bit more room in here that I can use those for. But other than that, yep. I don't have, besides that, if I ever want to get my she shed for basically my craft studio, it's going to be like 3 times, 4 times the size of this room. I need to be able to save some money, and I'm not being able to do that right now. Because I want to have that built about this time next year, same time. I've already got the plans picked out, and it's going to be a craft shed. It's going to be what was it, 30 by, is that 30 by 24? I don't remember the measurements. I know there's a 30 in there somewhere. 30 by, not 30 by 50, 30 by 40 maybe? I know there's a 30. So it's going to be pretty big. And then I'll be able to have a lot more room to hang my wreaths and storage, and so I'm excited about that. Oh. Love this color. Okay, we've only got 1, 2, 3 more down on the bottom. Oh, no, as far as, well, ribbon, I've got a whole bookshelf case of ribbon, so it kind of helps, and since that's full, it kind of helps me keep from buying more ribbon, because I have nowhere to put it. But I do have this table that's over here next to me that does have a bunch of ribbon on it, and it's my sewing table, so I can't even use my sewing table. But underneath this table behind me is 2 bins of picks and embellishments. So I have quite a bit of supplies, but I'm at the point now to where I'm just buying what I need for the project that I'm doing, because I don't have anywhere to put anything. So did any of you watch Trisha's live yesterday from Wreath Designs by Trish when she made that mailbox swag? Oh my god, that thing came out so gorgeous. That girl is so talented. And she is like the bow queen. I can honestly say that my bows have gotten better since watching her. No, Jacqueline, I'm gonna be actually, hopefully, my plan is to save enough money to build my she shed or craft studio next to the house, because we live on 6 acres, so we have quite a bit of property. And so I would be able to build it next to the house, and so that way if we need to run, so the electricity can be ran from wherever that it's being ran to the house into my she shed. Purple. Weird. Okay, one. Aqua, purple, aqua, purple, aqua, purple. Huh. Weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Weird, you guys. This wreath form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They put another tie down on the bottom, so there's 11 ties at the bottom instead of 10, so it's going to be a little uneven. Oh, I hate it when they do that. Now that must be where I'm going to put the bow, because now I'm going to have 2 aquas next to each other. So when you're doing your ruffles, just make sure you're keeping your fingers inside the middle. See, you don't have to, when you don't have anything on it, it curls up on you like this. That's why I keep something on it. I did not even notice that they only had 11, they had 11 ties at the bottom. Normally these wreath forms have 10 ties at the bottom. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate it. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut another aqua. Good thing I have more, because I don't have any more of this purple and teal. The roll that you get for the purple and teal, I think it has less on it than a normal roll of mesh, just because I ran out of the purple and teal way before I ran out of the aqua. So I'm going to cut this real quick, because I only cut enough for 18 and not 19. Oh, yeah. Do these people not know how to count or what? I'm going to have to vacuum my carpet this weekend. Okay. Alright, and be careful when you're using one of these, you guys. I've cut myself, I don't know how many times. Okay, not much of that left, but that's okay. Okay, it is hotter than Hades in here. Ugh, I'm ready for fall already, you guys. I am. I don't like summer when it's hot like this at all. Ugh. But I have to say, it is better than what I'm used to being in Portland, Oregon, which is where I'm from. Because if it gets 100 degrees in Portland, you also have the humidity. Because you're so close to the ocean. So at least it's a dry heat here in Colorado. But it's still too hot. Like tonight I'm probably going to go sit out on the deck. The only thing is the mosquitoes love me. They love me, and I hate putting that bug spray all over me because I'm going to go and take a shower. I know I'm whining, sorry. Okay, this is the last one on the bottom. And then we'll move to the top. I did count there's only 8 on the top, so alright, so here's where we are. Isn't it pretty? Love it. I love these colors together. So stinking pretty. Okay, top, and then we'll be going to the ribbon. Tammy gets a timeout. You're not Tammy, you're getting a timeout. Okay, so this won't take very long. I don't know if you guys saw my 2-part live the other day, or yeah, the other day on my fall swag. Jiminy Christmas, that thing was a beast. I measured it, it ended up being 38 inches long and 24 inches wide. That shipping's gonna be fun. Y'all had issues with the new shipping yet? Funny. Brenda, the sign that I'm using is this one right here. Let's see if I can get it in. Isn't that cute? I love it. I've had this sign for a while. I think you can get it. I've seen it on Craft Outlet, I think. Who knows what they have in. Oh, I gotta show you guys real quick when I get done with this ruffle. If any of you are looking for any of the 24-inch Evergreen Teardrop swags, the Wreath shop now has them in stock. And I'll show you what they look like so you can see. Everybody mostly carries the 36-inch ones, but I like the 24-inch ones just because they're smaller and they're easier for me to work with. But right here. So you can see, I'm trying to get it all in the picture, how much smaller it is. These were, I can't remember how much they were, but I got 4 of them. So if you're looking for Evergreen swags already and you don't want the 36-inch ones, especially with shipping, the Wreath shop has them. I know this was one of the first signs I ordered when I first started doing wreaths because I love the color so much. They're my favorite colors. How do I find all the time? Well, right now, as of right now, I'm not working, so that's part of it. Once I have to start going back to work, then I'm not going to have nearly as much time to do my lives and work on my business, but it's called sacrifice, I guess. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. God's telling me I got to go back to work, so I guess I got to go back to work. I don't want to, but you know, his plan is always better than what my plan is, so I just do what I'm told. You know, and the way I'm thinking about it is I'm trying to stay positive about it maybe having to go back to work, because if, you know, if I got the money, I can, you know, like I said, save for my she shed, and I can, you know, have money for supplies and unique projects that I can do. Right now, I'm just getting what I can. So, to me, the way I see it, everything happens for a reason. right? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, everything happens for a reason. So when you're doing your ruffles, like I said, keep your fingers in the middle. It takes practice to do these ruffles. Trust me, I'm still struggling sometimes to do my ruffles. So practice, practice, practice. I know, they're sold out of everything, right, Brenda? So, yeah, at least there's some alternatives to Craft Outlet out there. I'm glad they're not the only company that sells stuff, because we'd all be screwed, right? But yeah, if you go to the Trendy Tree, carry some stuff. The Wreath Shop, Deco Exchange, Waterman's Loft. Who else carries stuff? Craft Decks carry stuff. Oh, also you can also, and I found some really cute stuff on Factory Direct. If you go to Factory Direct, they've got a lot of cute stuff on there. They've got picks. You know, you can also go to, like I said, you can go to Paper Mart for some really pretty ribbon. They do carry some ribbon that a lot of people don't carry. So, like, some maybe hard to find ribbon if you're looking for something specific. They carry a lot of wired ribbon. They are carrying mesh now, but again, like this purple and turquoise I got from them, it's pretty, but it is, their mesh is a basic mesh, just so you know. Who else was I looking at the other way? You can do Raz Imports, but they are a wholesaler. They do have a minimum. I think their minimum is like $750, and then your next order can be a minimum of $250, and you do need a sales tax number. Sims is another one, but you do also need a sales tax number. But also Oriental Trading, you can find some really cheap stuff on there to put for embellishments. So there's different places out there that can carry. Craft Outlet needs to get their S together. That's all I gotta say. You know? Yeah. Carrie, that's all I have right now too, is my she room. So I'm really looking forward to getting my she shed done. It's not going to be for another year yet, but you know, that's what dreams are for, right? This Ruffle is not wanting to cooperate. And just make sure that when you are with your ruffles, that you want to make sure like they're standing, pull these two together and make sure they're both standing up next to each other. Okay, halfway around the top. I feel like I'm taking forever today. I don't know why. It doesn't normally take me this long to do ruffles. I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't been sleeping very well. 24 by 48. Oh, that would be a great she shed, Brenda. Well, he doesn't have to do it. You can find somebody else that'll do it for you. And then that way, if you have somebody else help you put it up, he's not allowed to put anything in there. It's yours. Because he didn't help you. I don't know if maybe you can find like a neighbor or something that can help you put it in there, and then you can, I don't know, make them dinner or, you know, something like that. There's always something you could trade. That's what we do out here in the middle of nowhere. We help each other out, but we do things in trade. Like, for example, my neighbor behind us is cutting out the wood and putting the hinge on for a tabletop easel that I want to make. What is going on with this? And in turn, we're trading. My husband's going to be looking at some tire stuff for him. So, stuff like that. Well, like I said, Brenda, you might be able to find somebody in your neighborhood that'll help you. And then, like what I tell my husband, pound sand and kick bricks, right? Almost done with the top. After this one, we got 2 more, and then we can go on to the ribbon. And if you guys could do me a favor, those of you who've just joined, if you could spread the love for me, bless my page, whatever you want to call it nowadays. This mesh is ticking me off. Telling ya. This ruffle. What happened over here? Try to come undone. Nope, not today. There we go. Okay. Now, you can pour a concrete cement slab. That's what my husband said too, but you just put it down on the ground. I mean, it would be better to have a concrete slab, but so this is what you do, Brenda. Next time that he asks you to do something for him, say, I don't know. That's too much work. It's too much work. 2 can play at that game. Right? That's right, Tammy, we would. We would do that. 2 more, and then we're done with the ruffles. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it. Gotcha. Yeah, we'd have to put mine on a slab too, and that was one of my things. I found a really cute kit though for mine. And it has a lot of windows in it, but I'm wondering if they can do the kit without all the windows, because that takes up too much wall space for the wreaths. You know what I mean? So, let's see. We would see. Okay, last one. And then we can start putting in the ribbon. My favorite! The ribbon is my favorite part. Come on. Get over there. There we go. Thank you, Bev. I appreciate it. That's something that it's on budget. There's the expense right now. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Bev. Okay, so there we are. All done with the ruffles. Look how pretty and full that is. I love these colors. And then we're going to add a tint of green in it. So pretty. Okay, now we have the ribbon. Okay. There we go. So I think I am going to put these. Let's see. I'm going to put, I've got these two ribbons together. And this is a sheer ribbon, but it's got, even though it's got snowflakes on it, it's no big deal. But it's the turquoise sheer. And then I've got these two ribbons together. My favorite ribbon, this ribbon right here is an Armani ribbon. At least that's what the thing says. I think I'm going to put these in with the blue or the turquoise. I'm going to put these in the purple. I'm going to have to cut another one because I got two of them. Okay, so I'm going to open up my tie again. Now I'm only going to open up my tie for the ribbon, and then when I put the tubing in, I'm going to close the tie. I'm not going to open up the tie again for the tubing. Okay? So when you fold your ribbon and you pinch it in the middle and you put it in the tie. Thanks, Maria. The colors are purple and aqua. This ribbon that I'm putting in is more of a turquoise. So there's a lot of different turquoises out there. This one is more of like a green tinted turquoise instead of a blue tint. So, and with the rolls that I'm going to put in, the turquoise is also more of a green tint than a blue tint. So you fold your ribbon in half like this, pinch it in the middle, twist your tie, and you want to twist it kind of tight so you can pull on your ribbon. Now with this satiny ribbon that I have with the 2.5 inch, you don't want to pull too extremely hard, or you will pull your ribbon right through, no matter how tight you pull it. Okay, this thing needs to be pulled out a little bit more. There we go. Oh, that's my cord. Again with the ribbon, I got this ribbon I got from Craft Outlet. This sparkly ribbon, I believe I got it at Michael's last year when they had their ribbon after Christmas, about 50% off. This ribbon right here, the satiny purple with the turquoise leaves on it, I got from Etsy. And the Armani ribbon I got from a Keelan's Craft something on Facebook. And I'll put, when I upload this to YouTube, I'll put all my links of where I got everything in there. Keelan's Craft. I don't remember the name now. But this harmony ribbon is, you can see, is a little flimsy, but this satiny one is a little bit thicker, so it will hold up the harmony ribbon a little bit. And if you can see, this ribbon, it's blue on one side and it's purple on the other side, so it's two-tone. So it gives a little bit of extra different blue. Carrie, I'm going to be selling my fall swag that I did the other day. It's in my Etsy shop for $125. Now I'm doing a $20 flat rate for shipping since USPS decided to be stupid. Just saying, and say it like it is. So it depends on who the cheapest is who I'm going to send it through the shipping, but I am going to do the swag for $125. Tammy, you're funny. Oh. Hey Teresa, how are you? Thank you for coming, hon. Carrie, it shouldn't be too bad. I basically only price my stuff out right now until I can get my customer base going. I only charge for twice the amount of my supplies, so I can at least make something off of them. At least I can get my supply money back and make a little bit. So I know it probably should be a lot more than that, but until I can get my store rocking and rolling, an income base coming in, then I don't charge a fortune for my stuff. So I'm still trying to get my name out there. It's funny, I actually have some of my stuff, like I'll alternate it, but my nail tech lets me hang some of my wreaths in her nail shop, and people constantly tell her, oh, that's a really good price for that, and oh, that's really pretty, but nobody ever buys it. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I have sold more of my items and wreaths and things off of Etsy than I have on Etsy. So right now on Etsy, it's not my best friend. Plus they've got so many fees you have to pay, and I don't know, everybody's gotta make money somewhere, right? So just make sure you're folding these in the middle. I've seen somebody also, you can also put them down like this and scrunch it in the middle. But it still depends on how you like to do it. Just as long as you can get the pinched middle, because you want the ribbons to be the same on both sides. Hold this side up and do the opposite ribbon on the other side. And just like that. Once we put the ribbon in, this is not going to take much longer at all. In fact, I need to plug in my glue pot, turn that on, put that on. Okay, so my glue pot's on. Yay! I almost forgot to turn that on. Yeah, I guess we got to start somewhere, right, Carrie? Until I can get my name out there. I mean, I'm happy to make a sale and make a little bit of money. And like I said earlier, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And even my business coaches have told me that my prices are pretty good. So, but I've also been told too by both of my business coaches that this time of year, from May through July, is the slowest time of year. They said it usually starts picking up around August time for fall, which is why this is going to be my last floral summer type wreath. I think my next one's going to be Christmas. Oh, that's not where I needed to put that. Oh, hold on. I'm going to cut, seeing how they decided to make this uneven. Good thing these forms are not an arm and a leg, because they just don't know what they're doing. Okay, so make this 14 inches. At least this way you'll get to see how I dovetail my ribbons. You guys, I use pins when I'm putting my rolls away. I used to use rubber bands, but they crease my ribbon, so I started using the pins, and that's a lot better. Okay, 14. My wreath's getting so full I can't see the comments. Oh, Joyce, yeah, those pumpkins that I posted, I'm actually gonna make, I thought I had a pin in this. Alright, now I'm gonna step on it. I bought the candle holders from Hobby Lobby yesterday. They're 50% off. All the home table decor, which includes the candle holders, is 50% off this week. So I bought those, and I'm going to make a centerpiece set with those Harlequin pumpkins that I posted the other day. I actually bought those on Etsy from Sassy, is it Sassy Magnolia Designs, I think her name is. She makes them by hand, and I bought them in a set of 3. And so I'm going to add a little bit of floral to them. Like I'm going to put a bow at the bottom of a candle holder. I'm going to glue those pumpkins to the candle holder, and then I'm going to put a ribbon down at the bottom, a big bow down at the bottom I should say, and then put some florals in there, maybe with some Halloween picks. So yeah, it'll be cute. It'll be cute. Hey Britt, how are you, hon? Hey, hey girl. Britt's in the house. Which purple ribbon, Carol? The one with the turquoise in it, or the Armani? The 1.5 Armani with the gold in the middle. Okay, Tammy, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Love ya. Thank you, Carrie. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the purple. Aw, thank you, Britt. I appreciate it. You're so awesome. How did the stand work out pretty good for you last night? It looked like it did. Oh, the purple with the turquoise, I got that on Etsy. I don't remember the name of the Etsy store that I got it from. All I typed in, when I was looking for it at the time, I typed in purple and turquoise ribbon, and it just came up. I usually buy, when I get this roll of ribbon, I usually get about about 3 rolls of ribbon of this at the same time, because it's my favorite ribbon ever. I just want to make sure she doesn't run out of it. And what I should do, where's the side with the 2? Hold on. Looking for, where'd it go? Oh, hold on. Looking for the side that's got the double aqua on it, because that's where I'm going to put the bow. And I don't want to put a bunch of ribbon in there. Okay, let's see, purple, aqua, purple. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm not going to put any ribbon on this side, because I'm going to put the bows down there. But I always cut enough just in case, because I'm sure I'll use them. I know, Julie, mine are always so big and fluffy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Oh, my husband must be in the house. I hear the dog. Hi, honey.
Hello.
Look at you. You're all sweaty.
Yeah. Hot.
Yeah, go stand underneath the hose or something. It is so hot out there, you guys. It's crazy. Hot, hot, hot. And it's only beginning of, well, the end of June, right? Like I said, I'm only going to do half of this side of the wreath. I'm only going to put ribbon on because we're going to put the sign on this side, which is okay because I can pull the ribbon out from the bottom of the sign. So that'll look really pretty. But I'm only going to put, even though I cut them, which is fine, I'll use them somewhere. I'm only going to put one more up here. Let's see, one up here because I'm going to put, I think, 2 bows on this side. Okay, there's that. I only have 4 more ribbons left, but that's okay. Put this down here. Get a bit of drink. That's my. I gotta pull my tablet up because my wreath is. Let me pull my tablet up a little bit, you guys, because my. What is that? Because I can't read your comments at the bottom. Hold on. There we go. Here. Now I can see you. Okay, now I can read your comments. Ooh, it's hotter than Hades in here. Okay. So, what I am going to do though, I'm going to do some tubing, which I'm going to put all the way around the bottom. I'm not going to put it at the top yet because I need to put the sign on. This one. I got this lime green from Dollar Tree when they had Easter stuff. I bought a bunch of that. This one I got from Joann's. And then this one I got from, some of it I got from Craft Outlet and some of it I got from the Dollar Tree. Like this turquoise right here I got from craft outlet a while ago. They're always out of it. No, I got it from Joanne. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so I use this Bodabra, and you can get these at Hobby Lobby. You can get it at Michael's. You can probably get it at Joann's. I never use it for bows. I use it to hold my ribbon or my mesh or this stuff. It's just like an extra set of hands. Okay, there's the green. There's the end of the green and the end of this. You just find the end and put it in here. And then you're going to be looking for it all the time. That one's short. Sorry, I talk to myself, you guys, all the time. Let's see. Tie together. There's the end right there. And over here. Awesome. Okay. So how I do this is I'm not opening up my ties again because this is the last thing I'm putting in. So I'm putting in 3 different colors, turquoise, lime, and purple. I'm going to hold the end, loop it, just like this, and then come back around under the bottom. Okay. So put this in here. This is the end of the turquoise, so I'm just going to cut this off. And you don't have to measure these loops, but they are about 4. I have measured them just to see how big they are, and they are about 4 inches long. Okay, and move these over because your mesh will stick to these. Okay, so let me find the end of this one. And you guys, you don't have to put all 3 colors in here. I just do it because it gives it a little bit more pop. You could put just 1 color, you could put just 2 colors. You don't have to put any tubing in if you don't want. I love tubing. I do. And I love the green in it because it just gives it that little bit of accent color. Loop it. Loop it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to measure them, you can. Likes to stick to the mesh. What do you guys think with the tubing in there? It's cute, huh? You guys have any big plans for this summer? Hey Bonnie, how are you? Thanks for coming. And for you guys that have just joined, if you could do me a favor, if you could spread the love or bless my page or whatever you guys want to call it. Can't say the S word anymore. God forbid. Okay. So once I get done with the tubing, I'm going to put the sign on so I can see where I need to put the bows at. And with that sign, you guys, that I showed you, it's kind of like a, I don't know, you know, like the poster board that you can get at Walmart? It's kind of like that same material, just a little bit heavier. So I didn't use my beadsmith for it. I just glued, hot glued, and used E6000, some, what do you call these things? Zip tie mounts on it, which I'll show you what I did. The E6000, normally I don't use the zip tie mounts because they fall off, but if you put this E6000 on there, which is an industrial type glue, they should not fall off. This is going to be a mess. Okay. Come on. Can you do me a favor, you guys? Can somebody make a comment real quick just to, so I know that my comments are still working? I just want to make sure. The way this thing's been working today, who knows? You know? Come on. This purple is just a mess. It's like Medusa over here. It's crazy. Thank you, Julie. Okay, just want to make sure it was still working. Like I said, my Meebo, I don't know if it was Meebo or Facebook or whatever, was having issues today. So, a couple more at the bottom, and then we'll be done with that. Okay, I gotta get this untangled. This purple untangled. There we go. Okay. Stuff likes to get tangled. I am still working, Shalene. Okay. Couple more. We'll be done with the tubing for now. Make sure you twist your ties like 3 times. You want to get it tight, because sometimes this tubing likes to come out. Had that happen. Okay, since this decided to be a mess, like that. There's the end of this. And the end of my purple. I just saw it. What is it? Here it is. You need to invent something, or somebody needs to invent something where you can put your tubing in it and then pull it out without it getting all messed up like this. It would make life so much easier. One more at the bottom, and then we can put the sign on. My favorite part ever. You hear the sarcasm? Okay. Okay, there's that. The bottom. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it over here. Put it on the floor. Okay. So we're done with that. Now, I'm going to take my sign. And this is what I need. So this is the sign I'm using. It says bless this home. And what I did is I took some zip tie mounts. I don't know if you can see them. There's one there at the bottom, one here at the top. And I took some E6000 and some hot glue and put them on there and let them dry for a couple hours. So these are not coming off. Okay, so let me figure out where I need to put them. I need to stand up for this. Okay. So this is where my ties are. And this is where the bows are going to be, right here. I think I'm going to set this like right here. Right here, like this. So, what I'm going to do is pull my ribbons out like this. Okay. Pull them all out. That way, see how the ribbons are coming out the side? And that's what you want. Or you're not hiding the ribbons. I'm going to take some wire. Now this is 22 gauge wire. You can use 26 gauge. I just got this in the floral department, so whatever wire you want to use. I always use silver, just because it's a lot easier to hide. Let's see, I need my wire cutters there. And I usually always use wire just because it's just easier to get through the mesh. Once the sign's on, I'm going to put this on the easel and then we'll make a bow. Yay! Make a couple bows. Okay, so you just want to take it and put it through the slots like this. Okay, twist it. Just a couple times. Okay. This one. If you want to use zip ties for this, you can do that too. But unless you're sticking it on a bar, it's not going to work right. Okay, now, so this is going to go like here. So I gotta find a hole, either go through my mesh or find a hole. And there's a hole right here. I would rather go find a hole than go through my mesh. And you don't want to pull on your sign so hard that it's going to flatten your mesh. You want it kind of either sitting on top, like this. Or you want to sit inside of it. If I have one that's that's going in the middle, I like to make it look like it's sitting inside the mesh. So this one needs to go right here. So this one can go through the mesh. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Hey, Danita girl. That's that one. That's the other one. There we go. I don't want it flopping around, but I want it tight enough to where it's just going to sit on it. Just like that. Okay, and then just pull on your ribbons like this, and you can pull out some of your mesh 2. This one can go out like this. That. And then what I can do later is, since I can put some tubing in these ones, it'll kind of stick out from the side. It looks just like that. I hope you can see it. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So, what I'm going to do, put that over here. Guess what time it is? It's bow time. Flowers go on the floor. Okay. Bow time. Okay. These ones. And we got these ones. Alright. I'm gonna need 2 long zip ties. Now these are the zip ties that I use. These are, you don't have to use these ones that long, 14 inches long. So, let's see, I'm going to put this one first since it's more of a thicker. Thank you, Danita. Hey, Kim, how are you? Okay. Let's get these mixed up. Yep, go the other way. And there. So this one I don't want too long of tails. I'm just going to make them about 8 inches. Squinch it in the middle. Twist it. And put it in. Now this one I'm going to have tails going up and tails going down. So I'm going to make this about 6 inches for the loop. And then this last one you do not have to twist. I'm just going to eyeball this one. This one left, that way. You want the loops to kind of across, just like that. I'm going to kind of put my scissors in here and hold it down a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to do a green. I love this green. I'll come down and do my scissors. Okay. I love this green. And how sparkly that is. I got this, where did I get this? I got it last year at Christmas. Okay, I'm also going to make this 8 inches. Now this one, it's got a dull side to it. Okay, so you want to twist it. And put it in here. And this one goes up here. We're going to make this one at 5.5. A loop. You want to go, when you're doing your bow, you want the loops to go down about 1/2 inch each time you do a new loop. Okay. This one's also 5.5. And you're going to get glitter everywhere with this one. This one down. This one goes to this side. So you're going to do the opposite of what you did last time. So this loop goes down here, this loop goes up here, this tail goes over on this side, and this tail goes over on this side. Now the next ribbon we're going to do the opposite. So the loop's going to go here, and the tail's going to go here and here. Hey Roxana, thank you. You know, I do ship my bows when they're all fluffed up. Because I put them in a box that's got enough height in there to where hopefully they don't put anything on top of it and it gets smashed. But I also put a bow care instructions in the box as well that also gives them explanations of how to refluff the bow if need to. And then the box sizes, I use 10.5 by 10.5 by 7 is the box sizes I use for my bows. One thing I do when I send my bows to, thank you Connie, is that I will put like a little freebie in there. So I will put like maybe a miniature bow so they can use it for something else. It just gives them a nice free thing and a warm fuzzy feeling for them. You might get repeat customers that way. Okay, so I'm going to use this purple. This is also sheer. Right now they have this at Hobby Lobby. I got this last year at Hobby Lobby on sale after Christmas, but they do have this on sale, this pink or this purple, in the 2.5 inch. I cannot talk today. At Hobby Lobby. Now at Hobby Lobby, you can use your 40% coupon every single day. So this was $9.99 when I got a Hobby Lobby. So you can get it for what? $4.50, $5, and it's like 50 yards. Okay. So this one's going to be at 5 since we did the last one at 5.5. Okay, so then this loop will go down here. This tail will go over here and twist it. Okay, this one will be at 5. Put your thumb in here and pull on it as you're pulling on the tail. It'll help you get an accurate measurement. Okay, I'm going to use my weight. That's what I wanted. Thank you, Connie. You're so sweet. Okay, so once we're done with the bows, I'm going to use this one for the other 2.5, and then we'll go to the 1.5. Eight and a half inches. Twist it. And you're just alternating where your tails go, like this. We did the loop last time. Now the tail is going to go up here. One thing I also do too is if I have enough ribbon to be able to put some bows in my shop, is I'll make a bow to not put on the wreath, but to match the wreath that goes in my shop. So like I'll make maybe I make one bow and put it in my shop, and then I'll put like I can make, I don't know, 3 or 4 depending on how much ribbon I have left. Okay, so that was at 5, so this will be 4.5. So this loop will go up here, twist it, it's nice to have things in your shop that have multiples. So this is 4.5. And I think I got this ribbon last year at Michael's after Christmas. It was on sale for I think 50% off. Okay, now we're going to go to the 2.5. So I'm going to put this purple down first. Purple, and I try to alternate the colors. So I started with purple, the green, purple, the turquoise, now the purple. Excuse me. And even though this one's sheer, it's still it's wired pretty good, so that it will help hold up this one. Okay, so I'm going to 8 inches. Twist it. Put this tail on here. So that was 4.5. So we're going to do 4 inches. Okay. This one goes down here. Twist it. You can either twist it before you put it in the bow maker. That one moved. Or you can wait and you can do it before or after. It really doesn't matter. Okay, that's back side. This is 4. And let me know if you guys can see everything okay. Okay, so about that one. And we're going to do, excuse me, you guys. I'm going to do this one as the last loop. So I'm going to put this one after. Do the green. Yeah. Scrunch it, twist it. So since we put the loops up here, down this way, we're going to alternate it. I'm going to put the tail up here. This one is going to be at 3.5. This up here. Twist it. Twist it. And then this one down here. No worries, Britt. I totally get it. I get it. You gotta regulate. Okay. Sorry. Jeez. Okay. This one's really sparkly. I love this one. I got this one from Craft Outlet a while ago, so they may not have it. No, Paper Mart. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So this one will go down here. I have enough for both. I should have enough for both bows. So that one was at 3.5, right? Okay, so we're going to do this one at 3. Pull that one down. Twist it. And you can just move your ribbons with your finger to measure. You know, Brittany, there's a reason why God made kids cute, so we wouldn't kill them. Okay, so I've got a little bit left of this one. I may use that one for the top on the next one. You can always you don't have to make your bows, if you're making double bows, for one, you don't have to make them all the same. As long as they have pretty much the same ribbons in them, or close to the same colors, they can even have a different ribbon. Just gives different contrast, different dimension. Like this one, I'll probably use, since I only have this much left, I'll probably use it for the loop on the top of the next one. So no biggie. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. Now this one I got also from Paper Mart. It's really, really flimsy. See, it's not really wired at all, so you can't really shape it. But I like to use it because 1, for the color, and 2, it gives a little bit of texture. Okay, you still have to twist it. Okay, so that one will go up there. And it's really, this ribbon is really kind of hard to manhandle because it's more like, it's more like you would use for presents. But sometimes I like to use different ribbon in here just to, and I'm only going to use, I'm going to use this for the top because I don't have, it was cut and I don't have enough of that to make 2 loops. So, you know, when you're designing stuff, things change all the time. All the time. Okay, so I got this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. The ribbon is not the best. And the rolls don't have a whole lot on them. But I thought this ribbon would be really pretty because it's got the blue and the green in it. It is kind of a little flimsy. Twist it. So this one was at 3, right? So we're going to do this one at 2. 2.5, excuse me. 2.5. Up here. This one up here. And this one's going to be really pretty to curl. Because I'm going to use this one on the next bow to have some long tails. And it'll be really easy to curl. I can tell already. Come on. It wants to fold on itself. 2.5. Now, I am going to put this sheer one in the middle. I'm not even going to measure it. Okay. Like that, maybe. Like a loop. Pinch it in the middle. Maybe open like that. And cut it. You have to twist it. Okay, here we go. Now, you want to take a zip tie. Well, if someone gave me a mad face, that's fine. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. They don't bother me. They're the ones that have to live with themselves, not me, right? Yeah, I don't pay attention to that. If they want to have drama, they could make their own drama somewhere else. You know, I can always block them. No biggie. Oh, come on, this thing does not want to go through. That's a hard one. There's always those out there. You just can't. You can't make everyone happy. That's okay. They can be rude if they want. Free country, right? I just don't have to deal with it. Right? Well, guess what? Guess what happens on their life? This one wanted to fold in on itself. Okay. When you turn this around, and trust me, I'll be able to find out who it was. Pull it just a little bit. That was tough. Okay. So then you want to take your tails, pull all of these tails down. Okay. Okay, and then pull all these ones up. Now I don't tighten the zip tie all the way because you're going to need to move your ribbons, your tails, and your loops before you tighten it, or you're not going to be able to get them on the right spot. Okay, so these go up, the other ones go down, just like this. Yeah, I know, they don't get it. They're the kind of people that they don't care. If they're not causing, they're the kind of people that if they're not causing drama, then they're not happy. I just don't pay attention to that stuff. Last time I dealt with that, I was in high school. So I kind of grown up since then. Okay, so pull this one up here, this one down there. This one's kind of hard to, yeah, this one goes up here, here. Yeah, this one goes up here. You just want to kind of move them around to where this loops up here, and then it's directly across down here. Okay, this one will go up here, there. And this is not operating. This one's down here, this one's up here, this one's here, and this one's here. Okay, so now that I have those where I really want them, fix this. This goes up here. Here. Okay, now you want to turn it over and with my wire, yeah, exactly, Lonnie. They're looking for attention. You know, one thing my mom told me when I was a kid, because I used to get bullied all the time when I was a kid, because I was small, and so people thought they could pick on me. One thing that my mom told me, and it worked like a charm, is if somebody is teasing you, bullying you, whatever, ignore them, because they're looking for attention. And as soon as you ignore them, they're not getting what they want, they'll move on. So I don't play that game. I don't. I just don't. I had enough of that crap when I was in high school, and I don't deal with it as an adult. Okay, so then what we do is I'm going to go ahead and dovetail these. And I'm not looking for any certain length. I just want different lengths. So whatever you think looks good to you. Yeah, I don't acknowledge them. They're looking for a rise out of you, and they're not going to get one for me. What I gotta say. Okay, so how I dovetail, I know I went through that kind of quickly, so sorry. I take my ribbon, fold it in half, and I cut it at an angle. And you get these dovetails just like that. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. See how curly this ribbon gets? I like it because it's wispy. That's the only reason why I use it. I never use it inside my bow, but I use it for a top bow, or the top loop, I should say. Oh, it's hotter than these in here. And I guess I'll have this in my Etsy shop tomorrow sometime. I usually take pictures of my wreaths in the morning when I've got the morning sunlight coming up, because I get the best sunlight that way. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to be selling it for yet, but it depends on what it looks like when I'm done with it. Okay, so then you go around and just start fluffing your ribbon, fluffing your loops, just like this. Aw, thank you. Yeah, that's true, Christy. Sometimes I do accidentally hit the mad face. What I usually do though is, you know, if I get a mad face like that, I'll ask the person if there was something that I had a question about. If I get some kind of rude remark, then I just block them and delete them. It's no big deal. We're all adults here, right? Okay. You just put your fingers in here and spread them apart. It's gonna be so pretty, I might have to keep it. I might just have to keep it. Okay. This one did not go the right way. There we go. So, now that I've got it all fluffed. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. So what I do with these tails is I take my fingers, usually take these two fingers right here, and I curl my tails. These thinner ones are hard to do that with. Same. Or you can take these two, usually, as well, and curl them just like this. Now, I've got small hands, so with the 2.5 inch, I usually do it with these two fingers, because it's hard for me to get my other fingers around them. Okay. Just curl it. Like this. The sheer ones are hard to do too because they're so flimsy. Okay, and I go around the other side. Curl it, curl it, curl it, curl it, curl it, curl it, girl. And 2.5 are hard for my fingers, and they're so big. Okay. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. You're so sweet. Okay. So, that's what this one looks like. There. So that's what this one looks like. That one's going to go on the top. Now, I'm going to make one more, but this one's going to have tails. And I'm going to show you a trick that I do with mine when I have long tails, because I'm going to use this. Okay. I just save my cardboard, glitter everywhere, from my 10-inch mesh. This one is 1 inches long, wide. There are some where they'll be bigger. See the difference? But you want the one that's 1 inch wide. You don't want this one, because this one is 1.5. It's too big for what I'm going to be doing with it. Okay. So let's do another one real quick. This one's going to have tails, like I said. We're having a bow-palooza today. Okay, so I'm going to make these tails about 14 inches long. because I'm going to end up curling them too, just like I did. But all of these tails are going to go down. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing, start out at 6. I don't like to go over 6.5 or 6 because then the loops are getting too big and hard to handle. Okay. Like this way. Twist it. This one's not wanting to twist. Okay, there we go. Okay, 6. So go up here, twist it. This bow takes a little bit less time than the last one because you don't have to manhandle it as much. I know, Christy, isn't it? It's my favorite ribbon ever. Ever. I wish they made this in a 50-yard roll, but they don't. It's, I don't know who makes it. There's no label on it. It just says, Purple Passion Vine Scroll is what it says. And I got it from Etsy. All I did was just type in, purple turquoise ribbon, and that's it came up. Okay, and I'm not going to dovetail these until the end. So again, I'm going to use the green. You know, this green is really pretty. The edges of it kind of have a kind of a green turquoise color. And I'm going to kind of measure these a little bit. I don't want them to be too long. Twist it. And this one's going to be 5.5. All my loops are going to go up, and then all my tails are going to go down. Okay, this is going to be 5.5. If you put your thumb inside the loop, pull on it this way, and then pull on the tail, you're going to get a really accurate loop. Alright, I'm going to get glitter all over me. I have a dog, a husband. Okay. This one is from the Ribbon Boutique. Where did I get this? I don't remember where. I've had this for such a while. I don't remember where I got it. It's kind of a weave. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of a weave mesh type. Really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, got that one. I'm gonna put the purple. This one, if you weren't here earlier and I used this one you can get at Hobby Lobby. They have it now, but I bought this last year at Hobby Lobby after Christmas, so it was cheaper. This one's $9.99, but you can use your 40% coupon every day. And that way it ends up being about, what, $5? $6? And I love it. I love anything with glitter, you guys. Any glitter. Okay, pinch it. Some of this sheer though is hard to work with. What's going on? All of a sudden, nothing wants to work. Okay, this one's going to be a 5. 5. Okay. I'm going to put this, because this is not open enough for me yet. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to make my tails on the 2.5 inch, 14 inches, and I'm probably going to do the tails on 1.5 at 12 inches. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. These are my favorite colors together. Favorites. My poor nail tech gets tired of doing these colors because I constantly do these colors on my nails. like it. It's my favorite. Okay, twist it. Let's see, that one was at 5, right? So we're going to do this one at 4.5. And before I go any further after this loop, I'm going to put my zip tie underneath. I like to put it underneath while I'm doing all this because sometimes it get too heavy, and then it's kind of a pain in the you know what in the patootie, right? I know, right? But then I need my I need my scissors when I'm using it. This is 4.5. So I just use my needle nose pliers. Okay, there's the 2.5 of that. So then I'm going to put this back. I may not include this one because I only use this one for the top loop, and we're going to use the other one for the top loop instead. So I'm going to use this one, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter if your bows are different. It gives them kind of different contrast. Okay, so this is 12. Pinch it. Twist it. Put it down here. And you want your 1.5 inch tails a little bit shorter than the 2.5 because you want to be able to see the other ribbon behind it. Okay, so this one was at 4.5, so we're going to make this one at 4. Four. That was twisted already. 4. Okay, now I can use my weight. There we go. Yeah, they do look far apart. It's just because I've got my weight in here. They are hammered in and I glued them in. But it's just because I've got my weight in there. See? There's this one. Okay, twist it. Nice pull on that. Yeah. That one's at 4. That one's at 4. So this one needs to be at 3.5. So Brett, how's Adam liking his new job? Does he like it? I'm so happy for you guys. That's awesome. Aw, thank you, Britt. I appreciate it. I got a lot going on with this wreath, so it's taking a little bit longer than I normally do. I can go garbage. And I did the other one, so we're going to do this one. So this one, you guys, I'm going to make the tails about maybe 25 inches long on this. And the reason why is because this one curls really well, even though it's thinner. And I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay. So even though it's longer than the other ones, I'm gonna curl this one to give it some texture. And if it ends up being longer than you like it, even when you curl it, you can always cut it. Okay. So that one was at 3.5. This one needs to be at 3. Okay. Here. This one I got from Hobby Lobby, and I don't particularly like their ribbon, but I like the look of this ribbon, the colors in it, which is why I picked it. It's thin. Okay. Now, almost done with this one. And then we can move on to the putting the bow on. And that one I'll save. Okay. So, seeing how I have just a little bit of this one left, I'm going to use this one as the top loop. Okay. So I'm just going to pull this one in half. Like this, pinch it right here. So this loop is about 2 inches. Okay, and then put this in here. Now, I'm going to do like I did the last one. Where is it? There it is. Hold it down with your finger in the middle. Put your zip tie in. I am. No, I don't usually have trouble with the straight pins coming out of my ribbon. Something that will hold it without having it's going to come out. No, I usually don't. I just buy this big box of them, like this. I got these, I think, at Walmart or Joann's or something like that. So once you're pulling on this, it's going to lift up. You can take this out. And then you're going to see this groove right here. Right here. And you want to move your zip tie into that groove. Pull it on a little bit. Not all the way, because you're going to need to move your ribbons. Pull all of these down. Like this. Okay. Now, you can either hold on to the zip tie to do this, or you can hold on to the tails. So you're going to want to do this one up here, hold this one up here, this one down here, this one. That one's probably not good. You just want to make sure that they're a little across from each other. This one needs to be up here. Needs to be up here. You can even lay it down and do it this way if you want. Doesn't have to be exact, but this one goes the loop in the middle. Okay, this one goes up here. This one goes down here. This one goes up here. This one goes up here. And this one can be across from each other, it's fine. Okay, and this one will be in the middle. So, once you have your ribbon where you want, or your loops where you want, just like last time, you're going to flip this over. And do a ribbon, or wire. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. I love this. Hey, Mom. Wow. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Tell Grandmother I love her. You want to make it somewhat even. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but. And then, make sure you got this where you want it. Okay. And then pull. Really tight, because you don't want them to move at this point. Okay. Snip it. Now, again, you can hold on to the wire back here. I always like to hold on to the tails. Because well, let me do this. Let me dovetail these, and then I can hold on to the tails. Linda, I used to use rubber bands for my ribbon, but I found the rubber band in the middle, putting it on there, it creased my ribbon, and I didn't like it. So that's why I started using push pins, or sewing pins, whatever you call them. These I'm not going to dovetail yet, because I'm going to curl those. Also, this thing I'm going to use also to help curl these long tails. It'll help, if you can't get your fingers around these, like sometimes I can't, the 2.5 inch, it'll help you curl the long tails too, under. And I'll show you what I mean. But I'm not going to do that until I have this actually on the wreath, because the wreath will help me give it some stability. And then I'll show you how to put these on. I'm only going to partially fluff these. I'll make sure I got them all. I'm only going to partially fluff this until I get it on the wreath. Sorry. I lose my train of thought when I'm multitasking. So I'll let you know what it looks like a little bit, and because we're going to end up fluffing the rest of it. Okay, so that's what the ribbon or the bow looks like before I get it on the wreath. Okay, so now this, I don't care if it goes on the floor, this on the floor. This off, clean this off a little bit. Okay. Put these back over here. Okay, now this wreath. Okay, so and falls on the floor, right? Chrissy, you're fun. Hey, Cece, how are you? Okay, so this one is going to go up here. Okay. This one's going to go up here. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit. Okay. And then this one is going to go down here. See how pretty that is? It's pretty. Okay, I'm going to put this chair in the corner, because I need all the room I can get. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. This one, let's see. I'm going to put it right here. It's hard to put this through when you can't see it. You don't want to pull on it to where it's, I need to move this over a little bit. Hold on. I like to find, I have to put this through the mesh. It's going to go right here. Not a hole right there. It's on the bar. You don't want to push it down too much, but you just want to. And if you need to adjust it later, you can always adjust it later. Okay. So I'm going to pull these.
Just go plug it away a little at a time, but I Michelle's like, you need to just take a break. I said, well, I ain't no hurry, fuck out of here. We haven't had this for 20 years.
Okay, I'm going to flip that one done. This one's going to go down here. Right here.
I am getting damn close. I got one more post to put in the ground tomorrow. One of them big 6 inches, and then that's.
Sorry, you guys. I know I don't talk a lot when I'm putting bows on, but it's like it's trying to put on a sign. You need total concentration.
And then I'm on the throne.
Let's do this mesh.
And then once we get that done, I got to weld a little simple chain on one of the posts off that gate. So
Hey Ricky, how are you?
All you have to do is weld two.
Thanks for coming, hon.
And there's, alright, let me count them. One.
You guys could do me a favor, those that just joined, if you could
I'm good
spread the
with
love for
we're not
me.
gonna be able to do that yet. I
So
haven't
goes up
really
here. This is why I don't
So I can at least get the
fluff this until I'm totally done.
I'll worry about that other shit later. Jim Miller's gonna help me build it for me.
Okay.
He's got on vacation.
Now,
So we just weld the tabs on just to stretch the fence.
now I can completely flip it.
2 on each post, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts.
And I'm going to recurl it
Yeah.
because sometimes when you put these back on
All
the
they are is I just got pins and
the,
45.
wreath, they get squished.
And then that way I can start stretching. No, it's steel pipe. And if you need me to, I can grab some more rod at work.
I may add some more tubing somewhere too. Not sure yet. But I have an idea what this is going to look like. Pull these.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, yep. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I could sit here and fluff this for hours, but you get the idea. Okay, so got that fluffed. Now, let me show you how I'm going to do these tails. Okay. Hold on. Let me cut that because it's snagged on the. One trick you guys can do is if you have really thin ribbon like this and it starts to fray like this, take a lighter. Let me find mine. And kind of barely. Let's see if I can do it with the fan. you're going to have to go along the edge of it with a lighter, and it'll seal it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and fluff or curl these with my hands. And then I'll show you how I'm going to do these long ones. It's a cool trick. A friend of mine, Lisa from Blue Dot Decor, showed me how to do this trick. And you want these tails kind of long, so you don't want to totally curl them, except for these two. And I'm going to pull these two down here. Okay. Now, and you can always rearrange these however you want when you're done putting it on. So, how you do this, it keeps spraying on me, sorry. I'm going to have to seal those when I get done. So, how you do this is you take, I'm going to dovetail this real quick, hold on. Normally I don't, but I think I'm going to keep it this length, but I'm not real sure. The longer you have these tails, the heavier they are, so they don't keep the curl as much. So, how you do this, you take this like this, start curling, and you want to start at the bottom because it's going to take up a lot of this cardboard. Okay, so you want to start curling it just like you do like a curling iron, just like this at a diagonal. Okay, and then pull it. So you don't want to pull on it tight, you'll pull out the curl. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and I kept this one a little bit longer so we can have a little bit longer tail, like this, and pull it. Okay. See how that looks? Just like that. Isn't that a cool trick? I love that trick. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now, I need to just pull these over just a tad because I want it to cover that a little bit in the center. Okay, so now, guess what, guys? No worries, Ricky, you're not late. You're gonna do your first live tomorrow? I'm so excited, I wanna see. What time? Oh, cool, I will be there. Oh, Ricky, we will be there to support you. No worries. Thank you, Connie. Okay, so now I have some flowers, and I'm probably not going to put all of these on there. Okay, some flowers and some butterflies. Well, I'm going to do, now before you start placing flowers on anything, you want to make sure that you place them first and then glue them in. Sorry, I got to pull up my britches. So I'm probably going to put some of these flowers in the bow, kind of break up these and put them in the bow. So you can break these up. I might put a big one there, big one here. Let's see, the big one here. Let's see how this looks, guys. No, what I think I buried my scissors. Yep, oh, there we go. Okay, I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I never buy my florals unless they're 50% off. Otherwise, they're just too expensive, especially at Michael's. Okay, so I'm going to cut this fairly short. I want this to go on here. Okay, that looks pretty there. I'm going to do a turquoise one. This is why I didn't put the tubing on the top, because I didn't know where I was going to place the flowers, the bow, and the sign. I can always add more later if I need to. Okay, put one right here. If you need to, you can always... Now, you also want to make sure that your ribbon is where you want it to be, because once you start gluing, you're not going to be able to move them. Okay, put that one there. And then, what's the other ribbon that goes with this? Actually, let me see. I'll put this one here. Sorry guys, I know this is taking forever. Okay, put that one in there. Then I can put another purple one. In here. Okay, put it in like that, maybe. If I need to, I can always make this shorter. And there's that. Then I got some of these. I might leave the greenery on there. There's that one. Guys, and florals kind of scare the crap out of me, you know. That one. This one. Put it in the spot it's gonna, there we go. Okay, so there's that one. We put some of these in there as well. And I'll glue these after you guys, I'll glue these a little bit later. I just want you to see what they look like. Sorry. I just throw stuff on the floor, you know. That one. And you guys don't be afraid to do florals. I mean, I'm still not the best at it, but you know, that I'm not going to learn unless I do it, right? So, okay, so there we got that. I'm going to fix that so it's sitting upright. Okay. I've got some butterflies. These butterflies have a little bit of blue and pink in it, but that's okay. Put it inside the flower. Like that. With these. Kind of find a spot that they fit in. And I got a green one. That's pretty. So, I'm pretty much done. I may fiddle around with it, add some more flowers. Let me pull this up so you guys can see. Okay. So this is what it looks like. What do you guys think? Trying to figure out which angle I'm supposed to go. There we go. So I may add some more flowers in the bow. Glue this stuff down. May add some, I don't know. I may play around with it a little bit. I just wanted you to see. Isn't it pretty? So I think it turned out really pretty. I really like the green in it. What do you guys think? I'm gonna move this sign over just a little bit to where it's, maybe it's okay. Maybe move this over a little bit. Just adjust it. It's hard to see the dimension of it unless I'm staring at it. Thanks, Julie. And there's so much sparkle in here. Hi, Chicky Sue. What are you doing? Hi. Can you see the puppies? Come here. What are you doing? Chicky, you're getting... Oh. Alright. Yes. Hi. She's got her ball. She got tubing all over her foot. Alright. Like I said, I'll take pictures of this in the morning. So I can get the morning light on it. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I may put some tubing down in here on this one so it sticks out a little bit. So just gonna tweak it. But like I said, thank you guys for coming and joining me today on a Saturday. I appreciate all of your support. You guys have always been great. And you guys always, you're like my personal cheerleader, so I really appreciate it. So, love you guys. Thank you for coming. Mwah.